My name is Shaney Jo, and I'm here today to talk to you about boobs. Boobs are amazing, right? Who in this room loves boobies? You love boobies? You love boobies? I love boobies so much that I created a bracelet about it. This bracelet is a 1-inch silicone bracelet that has the words "I love boobies" on it. I'm the founder of the organization called the Keep a Breast Foundation. I'm sure you've seen these bracelets. If you have teenagers, they've probably come home wearing one. Never in a million years would I have guessed this little bracelet would create so much drama. Last year, at the start of the school year, something crazy happened. Students were wearing these bracelets to schools, and they were getting banned across the country. Students were fighting for their rights to wear these bracelets. They were getting suspended from school. Some of them were even suing their schools with the help of the ACLU. I couldn't believe that this was actually happening. Along with this, there was tons of media. All the media around the country was picking up this news story. And what happened is the letters started coming in. My email inbox started filling up. Letters of support, but also lots of hate mail. I started receiving things, lots of letters that accused me of being a terrible person. They told me that I belonged in hell. They told me that I was ruining the youth of America. They told me I was taking advantage of children with a quick, rich marketing scheme. This is an example of one of those letters. I'd like to point out that this person thinks I'm dumbing down the youth of America. Dumb is definitely not a word I would use to talk about the teenagers of today. In fact, they're incredibly intelligent. They know that the world is within their grasp, and they know that it's their responsibility to clean up this world that we've left for them. Along with all this bad email, I received tons of letters of support. I received letters from moms who have been diagnosed with breast cancer, whose teenagers wear these bracelets, and they are so proud that their teens will wear something to support them through their diagnosis. I've also received letters, many letters from teens all over the country that begged me to come to their schools. I received a letter from a 16-year-old girl, a girl who found a cancerous lump in her breast. She had told me that if she hadn't met me the year before at one of our events and learned how to do her self-breast exam, that she probably wouldn't be alive. She told me that I saved her life. These students, they're protesting outside of their school. They're ditching their classes, and they are telling you that they want to be a part of this movement. They are telling you that they understand the cause that they are supporting. They're educating their parents, their teachers, and their principals about the Keep a Breast Foundation, and in many cases, they are getting the bans reversed. These students are talking about breast cancer prevention. This is a conversation that has never before existed in the history of this demographic. This conversation will ultimately lead to early detection because of a bracelet. These conversations are going to help reduce cancer death rates. We cannot wait until we're in our 30s to start talking about our cancer risk. This is the new face of breast cancer. So cute, right? Only 5 to 10% of breast cancers are attributed to family link. The rest is environmental factors. These girls are my friends. They are not statistics. This is Haley, Allison, and Amanda, and they were all diagnosed with breast cancer in their 20s. My friend Amanda, or Miss Nixon as I like to call her, one day she had felt pain in her breast. She knew something was wrong. Over the course of a few months, her breast had swollen, and it had even turned purple. She went to several doctors, and they all turned her away. They all sent her home. They all told her, "You are too young for breast cancer." 11 years ago, when I started the Keep a Breast Foundation, I was in my 20s. I was working as a clothing designer in the action sports industry, and a friend of mine was diagnosed with breast cancer. She was my age. She was one of my favorite artists, and her name was Margaret Kilgallen. My community wanted to do something to support her. We wanted to show her that we cared. But I couldn't find anything. I looked around for something to do, for something to support her, and everything out there was geared towards old ladies. I sure as hell wasn't about to wake up at 5 in the morning, put on a pink tutu, and go walking for 3 days. That just wasn't my style, and it wasn't my friend's style either. And we were pissed. She was 20. She was in her 20s. She was our age. She had breast cancer. It wasn't fair. So we came up with a concept, a fundraiser. I wanted to do an art show to raise awareness and raise funds. So I pulled in all my artist friends together from the skateboard community, and instead of having them paint canvases, I had them paint breasts. This is the result of that, and this is the beginning of Keep a Breast. These breast casts turned out to be beautiful art pieces. They turned out to be conversation starters. They turned out to be storytellers. This cast right here, this is a cast of my friend, Miss Nixon. One day, she woke up from her surgery. Obviously, you can see she had a mastectomy. She was bald. She didn't feel beautiful. And she sure wasn't having the life of a normal 27-year-old girl. She asked me to cast her one-breasted chest, and I agreed. And I had an artist paint it for her. I presented it to her at an event that we were having where she was speaking. She was a volunteer. And she was pissed because she's super shy and she hates being put on the spot. But later that day, she told me this was the best gift anyone could have given her. She told me that it made her feel beautiful. This cast helped her through her cancer journey. With Keep a Breast, we gave her this gift. This was something that no other nonprofit organization could have done. It was so important to me to create an organization that spoke to women like Amanda, that spoke to all my young friends who are being diagnosed with breast cancer. We have to educate young people about their risk. We have to teach them that through lifestyle changes and reducing their chemical impact on their everyday life can help reduce their risk of getting cancer. These teens, they have a voice, and it's loud, and believe me, they have a lot to say. Last year when all that hate mail was coming in, it really got to me at one point, and it was hard to deal with. It made me question what I was doing. It made me question if I was doing more harm than good. But then I remembered the thousands of teens out there that I meet every year on the road that I'm educating about breast cancer prevention. I remembered my friend, Miss Nixon, who works for Keep a Breast now as our young survivor advocate. And I remember my friend Allison, who was just supporting her 5-year cancer-free anniversary. And it made me realize that Keep a Breast is so much bigger than me. It's bigger than all of us. And we all need to get involved in the mission of prevention and early detection. The hate mail, it still comes all the time. And I just delete those emails and try not to pay any attention to it. Also, beautiful things come in the mail, like this necklace I received last week from a boy in Los Angeles. It's a wish necklace with a dandelion on the inside. He made this necklace in honor of his grandmother. He told me he was inspired by Keep a Breast to make change in his community. His voice is not silenced. I'm wearing it around my neck, along with millions and millions of teens around the world who are wearing their voice in the form of a 1-inch silicone bracelet that says, "I love boobies."